Chilling at the park, something has really come to me, bro. My whole life I've been scared of death, ever since the sixth grade, and I've always wondered why. Like, I always wondered, oh, why am I scared of death? And I'd always come to the answer thinking, oh, I'm just scared to die, because who wasn't scared to die? But just sitting at the park right now, just chilling, just listening to music, taking in the air. I just realized, bro, like, I don't think I'm scared of death itself, I think what I'm really scared of is having lived my whole life, not having achieved any of my goals, and I think that's where the self-doubt comes in from too, I just, like, how do I put this, bro? Like, I dream so high, and when I tell these dreams to people who don't dream as high as me, bro, it like kind of demotivates me, because it's like, dude, why don't people dream higher for themselves? Like, why do they just settle with being average, And I've come to accept, bro, some people are just fine with being average, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. It's just like, why would you want to only be average, bro, when you could be great, bro? If you had the opportunity to be LeBron, would you not take it? And in that same sense, bro, it just makes me think, bro, like, dude, I think the whole time, bro, I don't think I was really scared to death, What I truly believe now, sitting here, is I'm more scared that I'll fail and have done nothing with my life and die, knowing that I could have done so much more in life, knowing I could have took way more risks, knowing I didn't achieve what I set out to do, and I think that's what's really the thing I'm scared of, I don't think I was ever scared of death, because we're all gonna die one day, I've accepted that part, but yeah, it still scares me, and the only thing I could think of is how I've so much things I want to achieve, I want to be a streamer, I want to be the best looking person I can possibly be, and because I don't have any of those, I fear this idea of death, because that's when everything ends, and I don't want it to end before I've achieved what I set out to do, and yeah, so I truly believe, bro, if I were to I'd be at a point where I could call myself just a model or be handsome enough where I'm like, oh yes, I've finished my looks maxing journey and I've become a big enough streamer to where I'm proud of it, I don't think this whole notion or this whole idea of death would be as crazy to me, and yeah, I think it all comes down to, just not being confident enough, not having achieved what I want to do, having lived my life in vain, having lived a worthless life that no one remembers, I don't want to just be another cog in the wheel. I don't want to just be another statistic that's like, oh, this many people die of this reason, this many people die of this reason, I want to be in a situation where when I die, people are like, oh my God, no way he actually died. And then they think and reminisce about all the things that I've done in my life, And my life legacy is not as crazy as someone like Einstein, who's solving like the theory of relativity, or Isaac Newton, who's like discovering gravity and shit, bro. I just want to be someone that I could be proud of and just enjoy life, The reason I low-key want to do all this is because, dude, who wouldn't, I don't think anyone lives life thinking, oh, I'm gonna work a corporate job my entire life, Nobody grows up thinking about that. You know, people that think about being an astronaut, you know, being a pilot, being something like that, because it's more liberating. You know, it's not as depressing, and they just want to be free. You know, and that's the thing. I think I've come to realize, bro. You know, there's a reason why most kids want to be an astronaut. You know, it's because their imagination is so big. Like it's like, dude, anything that seems more interesting or more better than whatever's going on right now, that they'll latch on to, you know. And I feel like as humans, we've low-key lost that part of ourselves, you know. The part where we're creative, the part where we invent things, the part where we're not complacent, you know. And I think that's been lost through time, you know, as we grow up. With inflation, with jobs getting more serious, with just the wars, and everything, you know. I think people have just gotten used to being normal, you know, the normal of working, going to sleep, working, going to sleep, working, going to sleep, and that just seems like so depressing to me, you know. And that's something I'd never want to do in my life, you know, because even to the companies, you know, you're literally just a cog, bro. If you start performing bad at work, what do you think happens? You get fired instantly, you know. And it's really crazy when you think about that, you know. The way that I think about it, I'd rather have 5 fun years of streaming where I make the same amount as I would make at a desk job, like 80K, 90K, but instead I explore, you know. I go on the big rides, I go on the adventures, you know. You make friends, you have fun, and, you know, just enjoy life, you know. I'd rather enjoy those 5 years than make 10 times more money working at a corporate job for 25 years, but absolutely being miserable and hating your life, you know. And that's low-key is just at the point where I'm at right now, you know. It's like I have the money, but it's like I'm not satisfied, you know. I want to do more. I want to be bigger. I want to be greater. And yeah, bro, you know, that just made me realize, bro, like this whole time I was never scared of death, bro. What I was really scared of is having lived my life, being another cog, being another wheel in the machine, you know. I'm more scared that my life has been worthless than dying itself, you know. And I would have never realized that if I literally was back at my desk just doing dropshipping, you know. And like dropshipping is cool and all, like you make more money than you make in a normal job and blah blah blah, but sometimes you gotta just go out, you know. And yeah, bro, you know, if I didn't go out now, maybe I would have never figured it out for myself, you know. And that's my little rant for today, you know. If anyone's feeling the same way as me, you know, just know you're not alone. I got a lot more problems, but, you know, the first step is dissecting them one by one and truly, like, truly understanding the reason why you're feeling a certain way, you know. And yeah, bro, just know, bro, whatever goal you got, bro, it's never too big or too small. It's never not significant or most important goal, you know. I believe that there truly is like a ranking of importance of job, but it's important in a way that not many people would think. Like many people would think like a surgeon is better than a pilot, or flipping burgers is worse than being a doctor. But you know, the way I think about it is like, if your end goal is flipping burgers, I mean, who's going to stop you, bro? Like, if that's what you truly want to do and that's what makes you the most happy in life, bro, who gives a fuck what anybody thinks, bro, you know? And that's the one thing I think people fail to realize, you know. It's your life at the end of the day, you know. You control your own life, and if you don't do what you like in life, bro, then you'll never be happy. If you just keep listening and taking in what other people said, they'll just trample over, walk over you, and just leave you in the dirt, bro. Like, I had to realize that firsthand. So, you know, I truly believe, like, you really should just, you know, go out, try different things, enjoy life, you know. Even though I'm really not living my best life, and I got so many things that I think about every day, all day in my life, you know, at the very least, bro, you know, I can just go out, sit at the park, talk to this camera, talk to y'all, you know. Nobody sees these videos, but, you know, it's been helping me. And yeah, bro, you know. Oh, yeah, bro. That's just what I've been thinking about today, you know. I think it's about time I go home before my parents beat my ass. It's like 9 p.m. So I'm gonna see y'all. Whenever y'all see this video, just know, bro, whatever you set out to do, bro, you could achieve your goals if you just put your mind to it and don't give a fuck what anybody thinks.